Let's talk about Brotherhood by Mike Chen. This book just came out and it slaps. If you are a big fan of the expanded universe, or at least wanted to get a little bit of a idea of what it was like, this book is a love letter to the expanded universe, and I think it nails it because of that. One of the cool things about expanding the Star Wars mythos is that you can take a small line like this.
Well, you owe me one, and not for saving your skin for the 10th time.
9th time. That business on Cato Nemoidia doesn't count.
And expand it into an entire story. You know, we had a small throwaway line in A New Hope.
You fought in the Clone Wars?
Yes. I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father.
That led to an amazing Clone Wars series. And I love that we get to do cool things like this. The basic premise of the book is this. There was a bombing that occurred on Cato Nemoidia, and someone needs to be sent in order to investigate. They decide on a Jedi, and Obi-Wan Kenobi gets that assignment. Of course, Anakin is newly knighted, so Obi-Wan is on his own. Anakin is off on his own separate mission. And we get a lot of really cool and interesting interplay because of that shift in their relationship dynamic, where they have gone from what in the early days would be almost like a son to brothers to truly equals and friends. In this, we get the explanation of why what happens on Cato Nemoidia doesn't count, and it's pretty cool. I've really enjoyed this book. It introduced a lot of characters and a lot of new concepts that really make the Clone Wars much richer. You know, we're always finding out new little details or answers to certain questions that we've had, and this really represents the Jedi starting to integrate into the military, and we get to find out why. We get to see Palpatine's manipulations of the situation and forcing this Jedi Military Integration Act. We get to see, you know, it was at Palpatine's request that the Padawans start to join the war effort so that they learn how to be Jedi from a younger age. It's pretty crazy the amount of power that dude wielded. But we also get a better glimpse into Anakin's heart. And it's really interesting because, like I said before, this is a love letter to the expanded universe. If you've read Matthew Stover's Revenge of the Sith novelization, then you would understand the metaphor of the dragon that lives inside of Anakin's heart. Well, this story really takes that concept and expands on it. You can tell there is a lot of love for that story, and they really build it into a powerful metaphor for what Anakin is and what he unfortunately very beautifully told. Of course, the primary story is happening on Obi-Wan's side, so he is alone here on Nemoidia, and he's investigating this explosion. Now, he had to kind of finagle his way in to be the person to do this. So you have to remember, a lot of times we associate the Nemoidians specifically with the Trade Federation, but that was only a small group of them, a small faction. The vast majority of them and the planet, their home planet itself, was neutral at this point in time. And so we get a situation where we need these ambassadors to come in. Now, in order to fairly investigate, we get an ambassador coming from the Republic, and that's Obi-Wan Kenobi. But Count Dooku says he wants someone from the Separatists also there. And we actually get the very first meeting of Obi-Wan and Asajj Ventress. And I just love seeing Ventress in more things. If you haven't read Dark Disciple, please do. It is incredible. One of the other things I really enjoyed is how these authors are now collaborating with each other more and more. This book comes right off of the heels of Queen's Hope, and there is some shared DNA. Like, there's some benefit to having read both books. You'll even see a couple of characters that cross over. It's really interesting. And my dude, Dexter Jettster, gets a lot of love in this book, and that makes me so freaking happy. Y'all don't even know. You don't know. Overall, while Brotherhood is not my favorite Star Wars book, I would recommend it to just about any Star Wars. If you love Obi-Wan, this is a great book. If you love Anakin, this is a great book for you. Are you a big fan of the Clone Wars? This is going to be a good book for you. Are you a big fan of the expanded universe and Revenge of the Sith novelization? over, this is going to be a really good book for you. Do you hate Palpatine for the way he manipulated the entire galaxy? This is going to be a good book for you. Do you hate the Jedi for becoming involved in the military? This will be a good book for you. It'll explain why. If you're someone that hasn't read a single Star Wars book yet, this is actually going to be a great place to start as well. It seamlessly takes you from the events of Attack of the Clones directly into the Clone Wars series. So if you've seen both, yeah, this is a great place to start. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the book. If you've read this book, please in the comments let me know what you thought about it, if who you're recommending it to, and where you rank it. Thank you. Comment, share, subscribe, like, do all the things. I really appreciate it, and may the Force be with you.